Tonight we're staying late to work with my nephew Nico to take apart the 340 engine from Brad. Hi, my name is Nick and welcome to my shop. And here we are staying another late night to dismantle another engine. You know, I've got so many things coming in, so I got to work late at night to catch up on a lot of things. And you know, the faster I take apart engines, the faster I can order the parts and get them going. And tonight, I got Nico who's going to give us a hand. And I wanted to say that this 340 engine comes from Texas, belongs to Brad on a 72 Charger. You know, this car just came from Texas, and lately I've been getting a lot of cars from out of town, from coast to coast, USA, Canada. Also cars coming here, and then we ship them to Australia. Anyways, this was one of our viewers that watches on Nick's Garage on YouTube. And, you know, he sees what we do. We like to build engines, do some detail work. And this is what he wants exactly. Build a little bit more horsepower, make it more beautiful, clean up the engine bay. And that's what he wants. So for that reason, he sent the car all the way from Texas to Laval, Quebec to get it done. He's bought the car here for me to build the engine to make about 350 to 390 horsepower off this motor. It is a matching motor and it's here to be done. So I'm going to start tearing it down. So if you guys want to tag along and watch us, we're just about to get started. I work with a lot of different engines. I've done a lot of big block Mopars, and once in a while I got a small block. This one here is a 340 with an 8.5 compression ratio. It's all original. It has a thermoquad carburetor, and it has 240 horsepower from the factory and 290 foot-pounds of torque. So we want to bring it up to 350 to 390 horsepower. So we're going to have to take it apart, bring up the compression ratio, because the compression ratio on this engine, right from the factory, came with 8.5. And it's rated at 240 horsepower net horsepower. Net horsepower is when it runs with a belt, water pump, power steering, alternator, and so forth. So this is what we got to do. So this is what we're here for to do. Build this engine, get the maximum horsepower, and then take it from there. I also wanted to introduce Nico. Nico's the younger generation that's in love with these old muscle cars. And lately he's been coming here often, hanging around, and also wanted to get involved in helping me work with cars here. So tonight he knew I was going to take apart this engine, and so he volunteered to help us. So here he is. Nico, thank you for coming by.
Anytime, I'm always here to learn.
Okay, and I'm going to just take a few pieces apart with you. So I know you like doing this. You like to get dirty. You want to get involved. You want to learn. And I'm very happy, and a lot of viewers enjoy to see a younger generation get involved with these older cars.
Nick, are you going to be using the stock 4-barrel, or are you going to be putting a 6-pack?
No 6-pack on this one. We're going to stay with the 4-barrel. I might go to an aluminum intake. I'm not sure, but we're going to do it. We wanted to make it look simple, as stock as possible. And one thing for sure, what we're going to do is to get 350 plus horsepower. This 340, this 340 engine. These exhaust manifolds are like a 318 design. These are non-high performance whatsoever. So I've located a nice set of high-performance exhaust manifolds that they had in 69 to 71, which go up on a high-rise. Of course, we're going to use exhaust manifolds. We are not going with headers. We are not going with a 6-pack, and we're going to do the best we can. We're going to raise the compression ratio. We're going to do some bull area work in the cylinder heads, and of course, we're going to put a little cam, keep it a hydraulic flat tappet, and a good carburetor, and a good tune-up. And of course, we're taking out the points distributor, and we are going with electronic distributor on this application, and that's all it's here for. And of course, we're going to do some detail work underneath the engine bay because it's kind of messy. He wants us to clean it up while we do the engine. I'm going to start taking out the distributor, and you can start removing the valve covers. And Nico, there's a little basket there. Just throw any screw you take off, you throw it in that basket, because I know every bolt and screw and nut and clip what goes on this engine. So you can just put them in one basket, keep it simple, and let's start tearing it down so our viewers can see what's inside a small block Mopar. Perfect. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. You take off the valve covers, and I'm going to start working with the distributor.
I'm going to do the best I can. I'm still learning, so if I'm not holding a ratchet or wrench perfectly, sorry viewers.
Don't worry, it's very simple, Nico.
Yeah.
I see you love it. You know what this is?
This?
You know what this is?
What is it?
This is an automatic choke.
Oh.
This is not. This is something you don't see in fuel injection cars.
Yeah, of course.
It's an automatic choke. I had the bolts removed earlier, so I took it out so we don't damage it in case we have to put it back. This is an automatic choke. As the spring heats up, it pulls down and opens the choke on the carburetor. But anyways, that's a minor technicality. We're here to tear it down, and let's tear it down.
Oh, come on. Just a couple more spins.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to remove the spark plug wires.
It's still jammed in there, huh?
Take your time, Nico. Take your time.
Sure.
Don't worry.
There we go.
And these wires, we're not putting them back.
Slide
So
this
Brad,
in.
if you're watching, this is your 340 engine. So I can't wait to tear it down so we can start building it. If you guys want to see what a points distributor looks like, if you look in there, this is a points distributor compared to an electronic. I have instructions from Brad that he told me, Nick, convert my car to electronic ignition. So here it is. I got him a nice Mopar distributor, which my brothers from Mechanic Auto Parts supplied me with. And if you guys take a good look, there's no points in this. It's just an electronic reluctor pickup coil to make this work, compared to the points, which is the one on the engine which came originally with the car. See, it's the same design. You see that, Nico?
Yeah.
You see the difference? This is points, that's electronic,
Yeah, I see the difference.
okay? And they look the same. Once you put a cap, and brown is the genuine color for the old V8 engines in Chrysler. So this could be, and that's one of the things that Brad wanted me to do. So Brad, if you're watching, this is your distributor. We got started already, and let's keep going.
Nick, do you want me to pull off the valve cover?
Yes, pull off the valve cover and put them right down there on the bottom.
Sure. You want me to pull these off too?
Yep, pull the wire, no, just the wire one by one.
Just the wire one by one?
Yeah, like
Okay.
this, like this. Take out the wires, take off the wires, throw on the bottom, and then you can take off both valve covers, okay?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Ready? Ah, there's... no, that's...
You know, I gotta
I don't
admit,
think I missed any.
I'd like to see the younger generation like Nico get involved with these old American muscle cars, because you know, like we're getting older, and it's a shame. You know, sometimes I come to work, I open the garage doors, I come into the shop, and I see all these beautiful cars. And you know, we're getting older. We are the baby boomers that love these cars, that grew up with these cars. And I'd love to see the younger generation like Nico get involved with this, because these beautiful cars, once we are gone, where are they gonna go? You know, it's a shame to see these cars go to waste. You know, there was so much human design, energy when these cars were first designed and built. And then all of a sudden, after so many years, you just, you know, some people don't care about them. The new generation doesn't want to be involved with them. Then they go to waste, they go to scrapyards, or they're totally ignored or stored or gone forever. But you know what? There's so much detail into these old cars with the chrome and the colors and everything. It's a shame to see them go to waste. And people like Nico that would take interest in these cars and take over, keep them alive, keep them shiny, keep them driving. It's what it's all about. So Nico, I hope you and a lot of guys like yourself get on board and keep these cars running.
Yeah, I want to get an old Mopar and take care of it.
Yeah? Any old car is good, man, let me tell you. Or should I say any classic American muscle car.
Of course. Nick, also, I took off all the bolts, but
Yes.
I believe it might be glued on.
It might be glued or not, I'm not too sure. Take a screwdriver, just apply it here lightly.
Let me get a flathead.
Go ahead, give it a shot.
From here?
You know, a lot of guys when they build things, they put tons of glue and
Yeah.
silicone. I don't know.
Let me try from over
Yeah,
here.
I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to do it. Come over here. Do it like this.
Yep. Ah,
There-
there we go.
There you go. Okay.
loose.
And now, if you want, take off this valve cover.
Sure. Which
on
way
the
do you want me?
bottom.
Yeah.
Throw it on the bottom shelf. I'll leave the screwdriver here.
Thank you.
Take off the other valve cover.
Perfect.
Okay. These are non-adjustable rockers if you guys want to see. Typical 440 rockers, 340 rockers. They're not the same. They're stamped steel, but the same design. And they're all 1.5 rocker arm ratio. These are the same rockers like a 440. They're not the same part number because these are shorter because it's a small block. But it's a non-adjustable rockers, stamped steel, factory style. Or should I say they are factory. Not factory style. These are the rockers that come on a genuine 340. Now, if this was a 340 6-pack or 6-barrel from a AA Cuda or a T8 Challenger, They would have cast iron rockers, adjustable, just like a Hemi. Only on the 6-pack, not on the 4-barrel cars. And that was only 1 year, 1970 and a half. TA Challenger, AAR CUDA. Those were true blue 6-packs. And they also came with a TA block, which stands for Trans Am 340.
And for the Challenger, TA Challengers, they made approximately 2,000 of them?
Something like that, yeah. I had an Alpine white TA, a patina look, with the, it was old, it was original paint, it had rust on it, but you know what, I love that car. It was a 4-speed car, very rare piece with a rally dash, but I ended up selling it so I could finish my Kawasaki Challenger.
One of my favorite Nick's Garage videos is when you took it to iCar.
Oh yes, I took it to iCar when I drove it with the TA. No, I drove it with the Hellcat, my 2015 Hellcat. Okay, you know what? While I start working on the intake, you're gonna take off the exhaust manifolds.
Sure.
And these are very, very poor design, low performance, or should I say no performance power at all from these exhaust manifolds. Here you go, take a 1/2 inch.
Yep.
And you remember, every bolt to take off is counterclockwise. Yep. There you go. So you crack off the manifolds, I'll start doing the intake. You know, I spoke to my client. Lately, I've noticed that a lot of people are telling me, Nick, we see that you don't like headers. I don't. You know, I've been working with cars over 50 years working with headers. And at my age, it's called a zero tolerance when I fight bolts for headers, spark plugs, motor mounts, steering box, starters, cooler lines, linkage, 4-speed, or automatic, whatever is involved with headers. The headers always get in my way. But I'm happy that Brad mentioned that you could put the 340 exhaust manifolds that are 1969 to 71, the 340 high performance, where you're gonna see when I get it done on the dyno, you're gonna see it's a different manifold on this side, and this manifold goes up, and those are high performance manifolds. So I'm gonna have them very soon, and they're gonna end up putting it on this engine. And these manifolds are going back to Texas in the trunk.
Yeah. Hold on, just gotta get this nut out. Just bang it.
Nope, I'll show you.
Ah, okay, you get the...
Or you do this. You put it back on.
I see.
Okay. So you put it back on. Like so. Then you pull the socket. There's the nut.
Perfect.
And there you go. Okay.
Thanks, Nick.
And by the way, I just want to show you. This is my favorite key. It's made by Snap-on. 1/2 inch, 9/16, 12 corner. And I've used this for so many things for so many years. Okay. Let's get going. I'll start taking apart the intake manifold. I'll take off the bypass holes. By the way, all 340 6-packs and 6 barrels all had the aluminum intake manifold. Edelbrock made it for Chrysler.
When did I take
Go
this
ahead.
off? Yeah, I took that off. It's okay if I just put these like...
Yeah,
like
put
that?
them all in the same container, don't you worry. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take off the distributor. You know what? If you were to have a Dart, like a small car A body, this is the perfect engine. You know, a 440 would be good in a Dart, but the thing is it's too heavy. But a small car like a Dart, the A engine or the LA is a great motor for that. It's a good package. If you're running a CUDA E-body, that would be great when you have a big block. But if you want to go to a handling package, E-body for in Trans Am racing or circuit track racing, you're better off with a small block because the weight distribution is almost even. With a big block on an E-body in the front, it's too heavy. So for a handling package, this is a better engine. Okay, we got the distributor off. Okay, I'll start working on the intake. You know, I'm going to use my power tool in a minute. You know, this engine does not look like it's been molested. It looks like it's all genuine. It's been painted. Have they done any internal work? We don't know yet. So let's take it apart and find out.
almost forgot.
And it is a matching motor to this car, or matching engine, I should say. So Nico, how you doing with the exhaust manifold?
I believe I have the last bolt
Okay.
off. Let me put this here. Let me just double check I didn't miss any, because sometimes I don't see. And Nick, when I'm pulling it off,
Yeah, pull it off and then put it on the bottom.
Perfect.
Right there. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. I just want to
Yeah.
show you. There's nothing high performance in this manifold.
Yeah.
All these exhaust port, as the exhaust comes out, it keeps banging each other over here.
Yeah.
So that's loss of performance.
Yeah.
You know, you want an exhaust manifold that looks like a header design. You know, like individual tubes. But this is a real bad design.
Yeah.
It wasn't made for performance. This is 1972, you guys. What were they thinking? I don't know. But anyways, that's why the car is here. Let's do it the right way.
Right. Start on the other side.
Okay, you go ahead, do it on the other side, and I'll work on this side on the intake.
Ready. So certainly rusty.
You know what? I noticed that a lot of bolts come off very easy on this engine,
Yeah.
which is a good sign.
Then let me use that trick that Nick showed me. Put on. Nope. Nice. Done. Not too strip it. Done. Returns and there we go. Perfect. Whoop. Hold on, like that. I just lost the nut. Of course. Where did I put it? Yeah, that would help.
Don't worry about it, Nick. If you don't find it, don't worry. Don't worry about it. If you lost it, you lost it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. Okay. You know, sometimes using power tools comes in handy. You know, here we are after hours, tearing down an engine. And, you know, like I said, there's never enough hours in a day. You know, as I'm taking apart this engine, I noticed that it seems like it's been painted. But is it molested? I don't think so. I'm not sure, but you know what? Just to be safe, I don't want to say anything until I tear it down. The most important thing is let's remove the cylinder heads and we'll take it from there.
This on the table.
You take
for
off
the
the
moment.
shield first, okay?
Yeah, that's.
Take off the shield first.
Yeah, I'm taking it off right now. Let me go back with this.
You know what, I'll mount it. I'll crack a few bolts on the water pump. Matter of fact, it
Go
came
back
off
some
with all
more.
the brackets.
Nope. That's where we go.
All the water pumps are aluminum on the early 70s. Okay,
Come on.
all right. I'm going to start removing the intake while you're working on the shield.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Take a look here. Take a look here.
Yeah?
Look on the other side.
Ah,
what's happening?
that's my problem.
So, okay, I'll hold the nut, you do that.
Thanks. I was wondering what I was doing wrong. I think
Always-
can I take
oh.
off the nut and then put it back on?
No, here. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I was like, why does it keep spinning? And then I was like, ah, there's
If
a
it
nut
keeps
there.
spinning, take a look. Keep
Yeah.
going.
I'm going.
Keep going. Okay, keep going. Okay, there you go. Take it.
Thank you.
That's it. I'm gonna crack the intake manifold off. Put
that there for
You want
now.
to see how I do this, Nico?
Sure.
Look, I removed all the bolts, right?
Yeah.
Go on that side, take a look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crack it loose, okay? You wanna crack it loose everywhere. You don't wanna put all the weight in one corner, crack the intake or something, you know? As you can see, it's moved, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna take it off. This is cast iron, okay?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Need help?
No, hey, matter of fact, hold on. Let me remove the thermostat. I'm curious to see what degree in Fahrenheit this thermostat is. I'm curious. Because I like to use a 180. Let's see what this one has. Okay, you work on the manifold?
Yep.
Okay, I'm curious to see what this has. That's a nice original Chrysler thermostat from what I see. It looks genuine. Okay, here we go. Nico,
Yeah.
you got good eyes, eh?
Yeah.
If I'm correct, I'm reading 180 degrees Fahrenheit.
From where?
180.
Yeah, I see 180 right here.
180. You guys, this is a genuine Chrysler thermostat, which is 180 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is the number I use for every engine build I do. 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is a good full flow thermostat. And this is a good one to use, you guys. This is the style. Okay, let's see.
Let me do next.
I'm gonna crack off the intake manifold. Tonight's coffee is from Matt from British Columbia, Canada. Matt has a car coming in here from British Columbia, which should be coming in this week or next week. It is a 1970 CUDA 446 barrel, and it's coming for an engine overhaul. So Matt, if you're watching, thank you for the coffee. This is the 454 horsepower coffee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Perfect.
Matter of fact, I gotta thank a lot of people because a lot of our viewers send us coffee from everywhere. Okay, here we go. Nico, if you take a good look, see this intake gasket?
Yeah.
That's not a genuine Chrysler gasket. So we know that this intake manifold has been removed before. You can tell very good that this is a Felpro gasket. It's not a factory gasket. So we know that the intake's been removed. So we're gonna go further down and see how far we're gonna go. Get a 9/16 key and take this off.
Sure.
This is the oil pressure switch.
You want me to take off this gasket?
Yep, take it off. I'm gonna throw it out. Hear that? Give me
you.
that. Thank you.
9/16.
In the meantime, while you remove the oil pressure switch, I'm gonna remove the fuel pump. You get that, and I'll take off the fuel pump in the meantime. This fuel pump doesn't need a push rod to work from the fuel pump to the camshaft. On the small block, the fuel pump, the arm is so long that it goes off the eccentric, off the timing chain, which when I remove the timing cover, you guys are gonna see. You know, I gotta admit, I love working late at night. You don't get phone calls, you don't have visitors, you don't have anybody bugging you. And this is the best time is for me to dismantle an engine. No interference whatsoever. It's after hours, it's dark outside, it's late at night, and here I am. Gladly, I want to take this apart. I don't mind, you know, like I always said, there's never enough hours in a day. So I like to spend my time working on this. No, from the bottom, look
From the
underneath.
bottom?
Yep, you see it?
I see it.
It's a 9/16.
Yep.
Okay, take off the oil pressure. Always counterclockwise to
Yeah.
remove, okay? Go ahead. Meantime, while
And I hold on to this while...
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take off the. I'm gonna take off the harmonic balancer. You ever seen how this is done?
No.
Okay, take that off. I'll show you in a minute.
Sure.
Go right ahead. That's it. Just put that. Just put that over there. You know what that does?
This?
This is a sensor. It's on the main vane oil pressure line. This senses the gauge to tell you how much oil pressure it has.
Oh, cool.
This is an electronic gauge, and you know, with this, it tells you your pressure is low or high or no pressure whatsoever. This is a very important item.
Cool.
Okay, now let's
set this
watch
aside.
what I'm going to do on the harmonic balancer.
Sure.
Watch this. First of all, take this. Take this. Now, here, take off the big bolt. Go for
Take
it.
off the big bolt.
Take off the big
Right here?
bolt. That's right. Okay.
Got it.
Now bring that bolt. Get it out of there.
Yep.
You don't need the gun anymore for now.
I can leave the bolt in there, or?
Nope, put the bolt in there. Now, come and do this. I'll show you. Take that. Hold it there.
Yep.
You're gonna put two bolts 180 degrees apart, like so, because this thing is press fit. This is it's a puller. We can use it for steering wheels. We can use it for harmonic balancers, and in this case, we're gonna use it as a to remove the harmonic balancer. The harmonic balancer on the small block Mopar is press fit, so we need to pull it out. So make a few turns on the bolts, and then when you make a few turns, you have to make sure this and this, look, I'll show you something, is parallel. Okay? Go ahead, make a few turns. I'll get the gun ready, and I'm going to show you how it's done.
You know what? Let me. Yeah, this side will be much better. Leave. Come on.
Okay? You just need a few turns.
Just
Go
a
ahead.
couple.
Why don't you use the closed end? It's much easier.
Close on.
The closed end. And if you want, this is how you do it.
Yeah, this way.
This is how you do it. Watch this, watch this. You see it's an open, right? When you do this, look what happens. You go right through, look.
Yeah.
See? This is what you do. You put your thumb on this side and you do this, look.
Ah.
See how you work with it? Like that. Because if you work like this,
It's gonna go right through.
It's gonna go through. So this way is working with a steady hand, like so.
Yeah. Still learning, folks.
That's why I'm showing you.
Yeah.
That's it. You see, there you go. You don't need too many turns. Now,
This is good.
let it go. Now do this. I'm going to show you. Just want to make sure that this is straight in. You want to make sure both bolts have the same amount of threads threaded in. I'm going to show you something now.
Sure.
If you take a good look, the top screw needs to be screwed in more. You
Yeah.
see it? Go ahead. Screw the top one more.
Hold on. Let me just
Go ahead.
put it in.
You want to make sure that it is. They're parallel. The damper and the puller.
Let's see.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
quite
You
a
look
bit.
at it from here. From here.
So,
When you stand up, you're going to see it. Keep going. Keep going.
come on.
Now pull on it. You'll see if it's straight.
Nah, a few more
It
turns.
needs a little bit more.
Maybe like.
Make another
Turn.
turn. I think you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, put the bolt in the center of the crankshaft. Give me the wrench. You don't need it
you.
anymore. Take that. Now tighten the bolt. You're going to see how it gets pulled out.
I believe I got it center. Is this correct, Nick?
That's good. Now take that.
Yep.
Now as you tighten this, it's going to push against the crankshaft and the pull is going to pull out the damper.
Yeah.
Do it and you see what happens.
Perfect.
And it's on clockwise position.
Is it? Yeah. Wait. No.
Press it
This
to
is all?
look at it before you attach it to the,
Hold on. I believe I took out the last. Yeah.
it was a clockwise? Was it clockwise?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
One hand on this, one hand on that. No,
on
not
this?
there, right there. Or even on the damper. Don't put your hands there, please.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
thing's
because it's
turn.
gonna turn. Yeah.
Go ahead. There you go.
Oh, perfect.
Now, if you wish, just take out these two bolts, put the tool away, go ahead.
Perfect.
And while you do that, I'm going to remove the timing cover. And let's see what we got behind there.
Take this off from here.
That's it. Here we go. I'm going to work on the timing cover for now. Like so. I also wanted to say another thing. Nico, I want you to listen on this. Sometimes I've noticed a lot of youngsters, they use power tools to put bolts back on. But in some cases, like this timing chain cover, it's aluminum. The first two bolts on the oil pan are not tightened on the cast iron block, which you can tighten much tighter. But when it comes to screwing onto aluminum, sometimes these tools, you over tighten them and then you strip it.
Yeah.
The same thing with the rear retainer seal on a big block Mopar. It's aluminum. So when you tighten it with a gun, you gotta know, you have to have the feel for it. That's why some cases I tell people like yourself, you tighten it by hand. And then I'll show you when it comes to assembly, how much you tighten with the hand. So this way, you never damage something that is aluminum threaded. Got that, you guys? Here, now do this. Take that. Take 9/16. Take that.
19. You want?
It's right here. I put it on already.
Yeah, yeah.
Knock that off. Knock that off. Check it out. You tell me how many bolts are on the timing cover.
How many bolts? Okay.
Go ahead. Watch it.
Hold on.
Always,
Yeah, I should hold it like this.
be
Yeah.
prepared because you don't want to break your knuckles. You don't want the gun to get out of your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Get hurt. Go ahead. See, look. You're much stronger
Yeah.
like this than you are like this.
Yeah.
Like this. Like that. So if it kicks, you're ready. You have more
Yeah.
strength this way. Go ahead. There's another bolt up there.
Yeah.
Give me that bolt. I'll put it
Thank
away.
you. Another bolt here.
I hope you youngsters are learning.
I'm learning. So you said go like this?
Yeah, crack it loose first. Crack it loose. Crack it loose. That's. Put the tool on straight. Put the tool on straight. Give me the bolt.
Thank you.
Do you see any more other bolts? Yes.
Well, let me see. I don't see any on this side. Did I miss any?
1, 2.
Yeah.
The water pump holds a few of them. The ones underneath your weapon are gone.
Okay.
Here, take it off. Give me the ratchet.
And
Electric ratchet.
to crack it off, I just
Wait, let me
Yeah.
take a look. I'll show
Sure.
you. Now this is cast aluminum. You don't want to break it.
yeah.
You know what? We'll take it slowly at a time everywhere.
Okay.
Try to crack loose here somewhere.
Hold on.
You know what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me try something. Give me the hammer.
Sure.
There you go. You don't need a pry bar. Here, tap it and take it off.
Just stop it like here.
Tap it slowly, but don't break it.
Yeah,
no,
like-
no. This way.
Oh,
Forward.
this way. So
Forward.
like this.
Yeah, this way. Over there. Lightly.
from-
Lightly.
See.
While you're doing that, I'll pull it out here. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. That's it.
Yep.
You don't want to push. You don't want to bang on it too hard and
Let
crack
me
it.
put this jump here.
Okay.
Wanna go from here?
Pull
Or?
on it. It's only silicone. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Sure.
Pull on
So
it.
always
Don't
try to be
shy.
careful with anything I'm doing.
Go ahead.
Just pull on here.
Just pull on it.
It's okay if I bend down.
There, yeah. That's it.
Perfect.
There you go.
So put that
Put
with
that
the
on the
rest.
side. All 340s come with a double roller timing chain. You notice that?
Yeah.
And what I said earlier, the mechanical fuel pump on a 340 doesn't work off the cam with a push rod. This arm on the fuel pump is right off here. This is the eccentric. It goes up and down like this. So as it goes up and down, it moves the fuel pump up and down because it's a mechanical pump. And there's the eccentric on a small block, not on a big block, small block. This is what you got. This is called an oil slinger. Okay? This prevents the oil from splashing on the front seal. Okay, now, forget about that. Now we're gonna remove the walkers and the push rods, okay? Here we go. Now, you're gonna knock off all the bolts, okay? They're half inch on a small block.
All the
I'm
bolts?
gonna crack them loose.
So from here.
No, come on this
Oh,
side.
these
Come
bolts.
behind me. I'm gonna crack them loose.
Yeah.
And then you take them off, but we go slowly. Because
Yeah.
I wanna take out the shaft. Because if you take out the bolt, you can bend the shaft because they're under, some of them are under spring pressure with the valve open. Because if you look at the cam, some push rods are up or lifters are up and they're pushing the spring down.
Yeah.
So what you wanna do is,
Do you want me to wait for you to crack them all loose?
yeah,
first?
look, I crack them loose, okay? And loosen them a bit at a time. Go ahead, front and back. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm holding like this. That wasn't good. Hold on.
Keep going, don't worry.
Yeah, I think I got
Loosen
this.
it. No, don't
Yeah.
use your fingers. Go, go, go.
Just go?
Back and forth, back and forth.
You want me to take it
Slack,
completely
slack,
off?
slack,
Yeah.
slack, 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 slack. Go ahead.
Okay. So just each one gently. Yeah, okay.
Crack it loose. Go to the next one. Go to
Okay.
the next one. Crack it a bit. Crack it a bit. Go, go. Not too much. A little bit at a time. A little bit
Yeah.
at a time. You want to bring the shaft up equal.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, do the next one. Now you got the pressure off. Take them all off out of my completely.
Okay. Let me see.
You can rip them off now. Take them all the way out. Go ahead. That's
I
it.
got
No,
it?
leave him there. Yeah, here. Take him off.
Yeah, I got a couple more turns.
Go ahead.
Perfect.
Okay, leave it on. Leave it on.
I'll leave it on.
Just crack them
Yeah.
all loose. Take all the threads out.
Slip.
Go ahead.
Is it good? A little bit more.
Keep going. Keep going. Okay.
Then this one's pretty loose.
I already did. Yeah, look, see
Yeah.
this? See, when they're out like this,
Yeah.
then what you do is you pull out the shaft.
Yeah.
Where's the bolt here?
Oh, I took it off.
No, leave it there.
Sorry.
Show you what to do.
My bad.
Put that bolt back.
Yeah.
You want to
believe
keep
it
the
was this
bolt
one.
there. You don't want the rockers coming out of the shaft.
Sorry.
The only time you take off the bolts is when you dismantle it to get it washed. When you want
Okay.
to clean it. But in the meantime, just to put on the rack, leave the bolts there so the rockers don't slide out of place,
Perfect.
like so.
Okay.
Now, the other side. Go ahead.
Sure.
While you do that, I'm taking that.
Are they? No, you.
I slacked them. I slacked
Slacked
them.
them,
Go ahead.
okay.
I
I'll go
cracked
slow.
them loose already.
Done.
Now we take out the push rods. You know, some people say, shouldn't you put them in order? No, not really. Probably going to change the cam and lifters. And does it really make a difference? Not really. The only thing is we're going to make sure they're not bent or any cooked, turned blue or anything from overheating. And we'll take it from there. Make sure they're not bent. Because we're going to change the cam and lifters anyways because we're looking for more power.
It's correct. Yep.
You can put it there.
We'll put it gently.
I also want to say on these small block Mopars, when you guys have headers and when you work on the very ends, these two studs are there because behind these two studs, there's a coolant. There's coolant. So whenever you put a header bolt there or any studs, you got to put a sealer on it so it doesn't leak any coolant. On the center bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, this doesn't matter. There's no coolant behind there. But on the ends, on the small block, you got to put a sealer. On a big block Mopar, on a cast iron head, same thing with the cast iron on the small block. I'm speaking for all cast iron heads in Mopar. On the big block Mopar, all the exhaust manifold studs have to have a sealer, or if you use a header bolt, you have to use a sealer, or else you have a coolant leak. Now you can take out the push rods,
Take out the push rods.
one by one. We're gonna check them later. You know, when we wash parts, we check things. You know, we're gonna check the push rods if they're not bent, they're not burnt, or if they're any scored or anything like that. So we're gonna go through all that. Now I'm gonna get a box, pull out all 16 lifters. This engine, if it's a good cam, and the lifters are in good shape, if they're not scored, you could reuse it on another engine for another customer or send it back to Brad. F means front. Now I used to have lifters that belong to another engine, Pierre. So what I do is I take this off, and now we write Brad. And write 340. Now what you do, front, look at this now. This
Okay.
is the front on this side, and this is the front on that side. And you follow the pattern, okay?
Okay, perfect.
You got the magnet, go ahead, pull them out.
From here.
Okay. You know, if you had a hard time removing a lifter, that means it's scored. And
Yeah.
if you have a hard time removing a lifter, that's bad news. Like this one here is in good shape, not bad. You know what? You just pull them out, put them all in order. We're gonna go through them after. No big deal.
Oh, there we
In the meantime, you do that. I'm gonna pull off the timing chain. Okay? All right, here we go. I did not bring a ratchet. Oh, here it is. I'm curious to see if there's an original camshaft in this motor. I do not know. We're gonna find out. I see the time chain has been replaced before. Okay, no big deal. It's all good. Well, you know, usually people change timing chains when the they get loose. Let's say, I know a timing chain could go easy above 100,000 miles. It's not like a timing belt that has to be changed at 100,000 kilometers. Timing chain lives a lot longer than that. And sometimes when a chain gets really loose, let's say on a 340, you can hear the chain rubbing on the timing chain cover. So when you hear the chain hitting the timing chain cover or rubbing on it, then it's time to change it. You know, sometimes when it gets really loose, you'll know.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to remove the plate that holds the cam in place.
No, this one's stuck.
It's stuck?
Yeah.
Well, take the other ones out, then leave that last.
Yeah,
the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Maybe
see
I'm not
that.
grabbing it properly.
Here, do this, I'll show you. Where's the screwdriver? Ready?
Yep. There we
Put
go.
your fingers from underneath and poke it out. Once you got them all out, put them over there. I'm going to take off the plate in the front that holds the cam. Nico, if you don't mind, remove these 4 bolts for me.
Sure.
We're going to remove the plate.
These 4 bolts. Okay, they're cracked loose.
Then I get a big bolt. I use it as a tool. Screw it onto the cam so I can pull out the cam. This is called a camshaft.
Yeah.
This is called a crankshaft. Okay.
Right. Okay.
All right. Look what I do, Nico. To be easier to pull out the cam. You got the 60 lifters out of there.
Yeah.
I put a bolt to use it as a tool. And then I'll tell you what. Put that away and you pull it out.
Sure. Put this here. Out this right there.
Go ahead.
Ready.
I'm going to tell you something, guys. Chrysler, back in the old days, Mopar Performance, direct connection, had it called purple shaft. Purple shaft was a very common camshaft that people were buying from Chrysler. And they were always purple. You never have a part number on the cam, but they were purple shaft. What duration left they are, I don't know. They were always painted purple. So let's see if this cam is being changed. What a lot of people did is they changed cams those days. Don't forget, this is a 50-year-old car right now. Have they changed the cam in the 50 years? It's a possibility. Here, take a 5/8 key.
Yeah.
Tighten the bolt, turn the cam, pull it out.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if this cam's been changed. Something tells me it's not original. Okay, Nick, pull it out.
Pull it out.
Oh wait, forgot something. My mistake. Pull out the oil drive. Oil pump drive. Hold on. Sorry, forgot it.
Yeah, I was pulling it and I was like, it's pretty stiff.
Hold on. Okay.
It's good.
Now you can pull it out.
Let me put this on the table.
Pull it out. Take your time. Try not to scratch it anyway, so go slowly. Go ahead.
On.
Keep going. You get it. Don't worry. No, you don't. Listen.
Sorry.
Listen. You don't need to put your hand in there.
No?
That's why I'm giving you
Oh,
this.
I pull it.
Lift it.
Yeah.
Lift it. There you go.
Go. Trying to be as gentle
Take
as
your
possible.
time. You're gonna notice something. Take a look at it.
On.
What do you see?
Where? Hold on.
You have to lift it as you're going out, but you have to pull the cam straight.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No.
Turn it if you have to. Keep going. No, you don't. Keep going. Just play with it.
Yeah.
Lift it.
Lifting it.
You want me to help you with that?
Oh, hold on. There we
you
go.
What do you see?
See some gunk here.
No, what do you see?
Mm,
I see something from here right away.
let me see.
You don't see it?
No.
Give me the cam. I'll show you.
Sure.
Purple
Oh.
shaft. It's a purple shaft. So this cam has been replaced with an old direct connection performance camshaft. You see it, purple? The cams are usually purple, like so, and that was a performance camshaft from Chrysler.
But this engine, it came with this exact.
No.
Similar
This cam's been replaced.
Okay.
This is not an original camshaft that came with this engine. And you know, that time direct connection was very popular with the purple shafts.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys, when they used to soup up the cars, they put a purple shaft. And this is a purple shaft. They had them in the big blocks, the small blocks, and so forth. 900171. We'll look it up, we'll see what it is. But it doesn't matter, we're not going with this cam anyways. I really don't think so. I don't know which duration or lift is on this cam, but I'll look into it. You can see some numbers on it, see? 900171. What do you see? What do you got, Nico? You got better eyes than I do.
Yeah.
6 digits? I don't think it says much with 6 digits.
Yeah, the same number, 900171.
That's it, eh?
Yep.
Right now, let's remove a cylinder head.
Sure.
You know, on the big block Mopars, there's 17 bolts per head. On the small block Mopar, there's only 10 bolts. And this is what you do. You start from the end, and you work yourself in.
Okay.
Crack it loose. Go
Do
right
I
ahead.
just crack it loose or do I just go?
No, you can crack it loose completely. Go for it. Make sure
Okay.
it's counterclockwise.
Yep, hold on.
Make sure. No, it's
Yeah.
tightening,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I believe so.
See that? Always check your
Yeah.
always check your tools before you hit the bolt, because if you go to tighten it, what you do is you're gonna stretch the bolt.
Yeah.
So you don't want to stretch the bolt. So you gotta make sure your tools are working the correct way. That way you want to work to remove the bolt. Counterclockwise, check it.
Yeah.
Now hit it. There you go.
Alrighty.
There you go. That's it.
Did I get it?
Keep going. Perfect.
Yeah.
Do that one, those two, do these two, then these two,
Yeah.
these two, and then the last two in the middle.
So do these two, then
No.
these? No.
These two,
Yeah.
the one over here.
Ah, I see it now. Okay.
Okay. There's
One.
10 bolts per cylinder head.
Yeah.
There you go. Now do the far end. Then go back there.
Yeah.
Then go here, and then these are the last.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Do your thing.
Ready? Said these two.
You're doing good. He's good.
Hold on a little more.
Take your time, Nico. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You're doing fine.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
And then go here. On.
Now I have the question is, have the heads been removed before? I do not know. We're gonna find out once we get the head off.
On. Oh,
Well, be careful you don't drop it, okay?
yeah.
Leave one bolt last.
Yeah. I
That
did
one
a-
here, you gotta,
Yeah, I did a.
it's a tight one, that one, eh?
Yeah.
Here.
hold on.
Let me show you what we do.
Sure. Ah, okay.
Just move it a bit, like so. Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'll take this one out. There we go. Now, before you take it off, make sure we don't drop that cylinder head.
Done.
Okay. Okay. Take off the bolt.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no bolts left. Are you all set?
I believe so. I don't see any bolts.
So this is what you're gonna do now.
Sure.
You're gonna lift the cylinder head.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second, please.
Of course.
Then you're gonna put it right here.
Which way do you want it facing?
Sorry?
Which way do you want it to be facing?
Any way you want. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Give me a second.
Yep.
Great coffee.
Yeah. Is there any way you want me to, a special way I have to grab it, or?
No, you
fine
grab it
like
any
this?
way you want, but make sure you don't drop it, okay?
Yep.
Okay, you got it?
Yep.
So, there you go. Put it over there on the table.
Okay.
And I just realized something. This is not a genuine Chrysler head gasket. So what it's telling me is the head's been removed before. This is also a felt pour gasket. You guys can take a good look at it. And if you take a good look, someone's overhauled the engine. If you look at this piston, it's stamped 30. So that means this engine is being overhauled and it's being bored out 30 oversized. See that? So you know this engine's being worked on.
So it's 30 over 340?
No,
Or-
30 overbore means
Yeah.
the cylinder bore, its factory is a 4.040 bore. Now it's a 4.070. So
Oh,
it's 30
okay.
oversized. So someone has rebuilt this engine in the first place. Now the question is, are they forged pistons? Are they zero deck? We don't know, but we're gonna find out. I wanted to remove one cylinder head and one piston to see where we stand. See, this is a head gasket. This is probably a 43, 44 thou thickness gasket. If you use a 1008, it's a 39,000 gasket, which is much thinner. So that when you put a thinner gasket, you get more compression. Yeah. And that will be part of the assembly video when we get a chance, because you know we got so much work to do. So this gasket we're not going to put back. Of course, we're going to scrap it. Now we know the head's been removed. Now that we know the engine's been overhauled. Okay, what's next?
Wait, hold on, I just noticed the leaf here.
That came off. That fell in when I took off the intake manifold.
I just want to take it out in case someone will complain about that, or I don't know.
And you see, when you have 4 valve reliefs, look right here. All you need is the 2 top ones. That's where the valves are on the top. Because it's a cheap design piston. The reason is, you know, you could put this piston on the other side and have the clearance for the piston to valve. But what's bad about it is because you lose CCs. And when you lose CCs, you get less compression.
Yeah.
You know, and now we've got a 340 here. It's been bored 30 over. How many mileage it has on it? I do not know. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it apart. Then we're going to check all the cylinders. Is any, if it needs honing, we got to check piston to wall clearance. If it's too excessive, because if it's too loose, we're going to go to an size 40 oversize, which still works. So what we're doing here is we're going to upgrade the engine, not just overhauling it. We wanted to upgrade it for more power and torque. So we don't know that until we take out a piston. So let's take out one piston, and then we'll take it from there. So the next thing we do, what do we do next?
We're gonna put this on.
Tighten that,
Yeah,
tighten that, and I want to show you something after that.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Am I doing
Go ahead,
everything
go
correct? Okay.
Okay, that's it. Let it go.
Sure.
Okay, now we're going to take a wrench and turn it over slowly.
Okay.
You know what this is, Nico? This is the oil pump drive. This works off the cam. This works off the oil pump. As it turns the cam, it also turns the distributor. So this is an oil pump drive. If you see the shaft here is scratched, it's scrap. It's scrap. And every engine overhaul, we always replace that bushing, that brass bushing.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Now that you've tightened the bolt on the crank, I want you to use the wrench, and I want you to find the highest point where the piston is. We're gonna do this way. I'll show you.
Sure.
You take this down indicator. First, let's clean the deck. I'll take some sandpaper. This is how it's done. I want to see if this block's being decked. The higher the piston, the zero deck, the more compression you get, the more power you get. Let's see who's rebuilt this engine before, if he's done that. I don't think he has, because you know what, Brad's looking for power. He doesn't have it. So, you know, if I had all the time in the world and there was more hours per day, I would love to put this engine on a dynamometer, run it before we take it apart, and then build it and put it back in the dyno.
Yeah.
But I've got so much I have so many engine jobs to do, I don't have that time.
Yeah, for sure.
But they say it's 240 horsepower from the factory. My customer wants 350 and above. So no matter what, let's do the best we can with what we have, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, look at this now. This is a bridge, and you want to find the highest point where the piston is. So you got the wrench.
Sure.
Now look at this. You look at this now. You ready? Sure. Go ahead. Go up and down. Find the highest point with the down indicator. Look at the down indicator. Take your time. Bring the piston all the way up. Now the piston's going down. Look at the piston. It's going down.
Yeah.
Now
So go the other way.
yes. Change direction. You want to see where the piston goes up and down.
Yeah.
Top dead center is when the piston goes all the way up.
Yeah.
Then when it changes direction, it goes down.
Yeah.
They call it top dead centers because the piston, no matter what RPMs, idle, high RPMs, or whatever, every time that piston goes up, it stops.
Yeah.
And then it changes direction, it goes down. That's why it's called top dead center. Got you guys? You guys got it? Okay. So go back and forth, look at the gauge, look at your wrench. Go ahead.
So keep back and just go down. Keep
Go
going
up
down.
and down, go up and down. Find your highest point. Where the down indicator changes direction is your highest point.
So leave. Wait. I think it's out there.
Move it a bit so you know where your center is. Go past it, back and forth, back and forth. That's it. Look,
Hold
let
on.
me show you.
Sure.
You're playing with small ingredients. Look.
Yes.
Do this. Look at this. Watch this. See, you're in that area. See that?
Yeah.
Look. See that? There. in that area.
Yeah.
Don't, if you go like this a little bit at a time, look, you just go like this. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, try it.
Believe I got it. Hold on, let me see.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think it's there.
You think it's there?
Let me just try one more.
I'll zero it in for you. Okay. Some people are afraid to move tools.
Yeah.
Go ahead, move it. Don't be shy. The highest point is where the down indicator changes direction. You know what? I'll make it easier for you. Hold on. Take this.
Yeah.
Take out the wrench. Use this one.
Yeah. Thanks.
The longer it is, the slower you can go.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
Done.
You're there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think it's there.
There it is. Okay, now we zero it in. Okay, now you know that the piston stop dead center.
Correct.
We want to see the deck height, the piston to the deck. So this is what we do now. Watch this. You zero in your gauge. Okay, you make sure that the deck is clean. You zero in your gauge like so. Watch this. And I can see that the piston is below the deck. So the deck has not been cut from what I see. Come and see the gauge now. Watch this. You see it? The deck, it's zero, right? The gauge is zero.
Correct.
The gauge is on the deck. Watch this when you bring it to the center. Wow. We got about 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 thou below the deck. We're 45 thou below the deck. That tells you that this thing is not going to make power. We're going to zero deck it. We want to bring the compression up. Don't forget, this engine is advertised at 8.5 compression ratio. We want to bring it to a little bit higher than that to make more power. So whoever's built this motor, I'm sure they didn't deck the block. They put a 30 over new piston, and that's as far as it went. They put a purple shaft cam. What kind of power it made, we don't know. So Nico, if you put your finger like this, look at this. The piston is below the deck.
Yeah, I feel it.
When you want to build a performance engine, I usually put the piston right to the deck, which is called zero decking. So anyways, in this case, if we do use the same pistons, we're going to measure it, and this is probably 45, but we're going to measure all four corners so we can square the block, which is part of blueprinting. Blueprinting is putting everything to specs. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be consistent. Yeah. Okay, so now you've done this before. Let's remove the oil pan before we tilt the engine. Sure. I got the ratchet ready for you. There you go, counterclockwise. It's ½ inch. Take out the few bolts that's left on the oil pan.
Where are they?
You'll find, just go to this with your fingers and you'll feel them right away. There should be a few bolts.
Okay, found one.
Okay? Okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on. Ooh, we got something in the way here.
I asked you to
Yeah,
you have to push on it. You have to push on it. You know why? It's a cork. I'm going to show you why.
Yeah, because there's something sticking out over here.
Here. Yeah. Take out the pull it off.
Yeah.
Up here. There you go. Okay. Put your ratchet on it. Put the ratchet on there. Okay.
Done. Where is it?
Rip it off.
On. There we go.
Okay. Now go on the other side. Perfect. Attaboy.
There we go.
This one too is going to be a little bit tricky.
Same thing?
Yeah. Where's the light?
Oh, so let me grab the light.
Bring the light.
Yeah, I should always keep it near.
Perfect.
There we go.
Actually, put this like that.
Yeah, there we go.
Take
That's
this,
good.
give me that. Okay, go ahead. Rip it apart.
Ready?
Okay, take it off. Take it off. Go ahead. Don't stop. Don't be shy. Keep going. Don't be shy.
Just always trying to be
even
careful.
though you're still spinning the bolts off, don't worry. Keep going. Okay, that's why you use your power tool, so you don't have to unscrew it.
Exactly.
Here. Another bolt. Any more left? Here, Nico, take the light, take a look around.
Let's see in the front.
Go around, check everywhere. Okay, it's all good?
I believe so. I don't see any.
It's all
Did I
good?
miss any here? No, I think we're good.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna, you hold the pan, I'm gonna hit it, okay? You
Yeah.
ready?
Yep.
Don't tell me we have another guy that
Another
uses
bolt.
tons of silicone.
Okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yep.
I'll crack it loose on the other side.
You want me to switch sides?
No. And don't forget, remember what I told you?
Yeah.
Wherever the bolt goes through the pan is where you put the chisel. Or should I say where you crack it loose. Ready?
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
Take it straight down. Watch yourself.
It's okay if I...
Wow, I want to show you the... Okay. Be very careful.
Yep.
Okay, let it go. I
Yep.
want to show something on camera. Here we go. Now the oil, you listening good now?
Yeah.
The oil should be black.
Yeah.
When you see gray oil, in many cases, because that's water mixed with the oil.
Oh.
Okay? And if you notice that we drained the oil completely when we took the engine out of the car. Even though you drained it and it stopped leaking, you put the drain plug back on, look what's left. You still have like a half a quart left in the oil pan. But anyways, this is all good. The oil is kind of gray. Now, why is it gray? Maybe there's a water leak somewhere. I don't know. We're going to look into that while we are overhauling the engine, or should I say cleanup time. So now we're going to turn the engine over, and as you can see, I want to show you what a window tray is. Okay, let's turn the engine over, and I want to show you guys what's behind a core plug, which I want to show you now.
You want to take out this lock?
Take out the pin. Be very careful.
Pin.
Okay, watch yourself. I'm going to turn it over.
Yep.
I'm going to show you what the, okay, here we go. That's a window tray. That's good. It's a performance window tray, and it's here. You see that?
Is it factory?
This is factory, yes. So this is the, you see it? Oh, it's okay. Here,
Oh,
you
you
want to
want
put
me
it
to
on?
go- yeah.
Go ahead.
Done.
Atta boy. Okay.
Perfect.
See, it's a 340. This is a 1972. So the block is a 71 casting, which is correct for a 72 car. Usually the block was made within a month before the car was built.
Yeah.
So anyways, now let's take off the window tray, which are 7/16 bolts. As you guys can see, the oil is gray. When you see gray oil, it's a sign that there's water mixed with the oil and it turns gray. Maybe it's a head gasket, maybe it's a cracked cylinder, I do not know. So we're gonna have to go through that to find out. But in the meantime, I don't know what it is, and we just gotta strip it down completely to find out what's going on.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to just crack them loose and then go?
Yeah, crack it loose, then press it.
Yeah. So wait, crack one loose and then.
No, crack all four anytime
Yeah.
you wish, any way
Okay.
you wish. Go ahead. This is not a platform. It's
Yeah.
not a silverhead. Don't worry about it.
So I don't have to go one. I can just take it all out.
You take it out any way you wish.
Perfect.
And this is a factory oil pan.
And I can place this in.
Yeah, put the 4 bolts there. Don't worry about it. Always when you use power tools, you crack it loose, then you spin it. Okay? That's it. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's it.
That was on me.
It's okay.
I'm trying, folks.
Go ahead. You're doing great. Good. You're doing good. Always, when your bolt is almost loose, get your other hand to hold the bolt while you're holding the ratchet.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This way you don't drop any bolts. Go ahead.
Done. Maybe I should
Come
go.
on this side. Crack it loose. Okay.
Perfect.
Put the bolts away in the same place. Now remove the window tray going forward.
So just.
Yeah, go forward. Pick it up and go forward. And put it in the oil pan. There.
Oh, that oil pan, sir.
Okay.
Like this is fine.
Yeah, any way you wish. Any way you wish. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, these are core plugs.
Yeah, I remember.
Now, I remember when we took the core plugs off on the 426 Hemi that
Yeah.
came from Toronto, which was not on camera, but this time I want to show it on this one here. If you guys want to know what happens behind a core plug after so many years, come take a look. Now, this is not bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now come and see the other side. I'm going to show you something. Look inside. There's a lot of slush.
Ooh.
Not only that, look at the core plug. It's kind of rusted out. You know, we just touched it with a screwdriver and it was punctured right through, no sweat. So that means this thing is being thinned out, but we're gonna get a new set of brass core plugs and reinstall them. Let's take another plug out. Look at that. Well, this, there. Yeah, from what I see, I don't think these core plugs were replaced when this engine was overhauled. If they were, they would have been in better shape. And if you take a look on the other side, let me show you right here. Check this out. This one's leaking. I haven't even touched it yet. Look, you see how it's stained? You see it?
Yeah.
That's even worse shape. So usually, like myself here, every engine overhaul we do here, we replaced all the core plugs all the time. So let's take that one out. Look, this one looks pretty rusty, eh? Behind here are the cylinders, so you don't want to go into the cylinder and crack the cylinder.
And do I hold it this way or?
Any way you want. Just do it any way you want.
So. Ooh,
Is that rusty or what, eh?
Oh,
Go ahead.
ready?
Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's really badly rusty, eh?
Yeah.
God, look how rusty they are. Okay, now. Go on the other side now. Take it out. That's it.
Like this?
Hit it right there, yeah. Take your time. Go ahead. That's it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Go ahead. There. Now you can pull it out. Use the pry bar. Stick it in there and pull it out.
This way?
Any way you wish. Actually, yeah, that's it. Go ahead. Watch yourself.
Can I pull it out like?
No, you got it. The way you got it, you're gonna get it out. Don't worry. Watch your fingers. Don't get.
Oh. On.
Okay, let's look. I'm sure these plugs were not replaced. Core plugs. You know, these core plugs should have been replaced when this engine was overhauled. Here, every engine we overhaul, we put new core plugs.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys know, even on the cylinder heads, when there's core plugs, always replace them. Like there's some of the big block B, RB engines, they have a core plug on the sides. Now, let's say the engine's in the car and a core plug leaks in the back. You know how hard that is to replace? With a firewall there and you got inches of space and you got to press in the plug. It's very awful. It's a very hard job to do. Some case you got to remove the cylinder head just to get the core plug.
Yeah.
And at the same time, in the back of an engine, just to show you, not on a big block Mopar, on a small block Mopar, you also have core plugs. And from what I see here, he's got new core plugs on the back.
Yeah.
You see him? Look.
Yeah.
How come those are so clean? You replaced only the ones in the back for some reason. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So now we're just going to remove a connector rod with the piston. I just want to take a look what kind of a piston it is. So we're going to just take out one for now. We're going to take off the piston that's on the side without the cylinder head so I can take a good look. So Nico, you're going to push out the piston in the rod and I'm going to catch it on this side, okay? We're going to take off the cap. Just give me the hammer so I can just slightly tap it so that I can crack it loose. Hold this. Thank you. Give me a second. We're almost there. I'll take off the cap. Wow, see that? Is this bearing worn out or what, eh?
Is it from dirt running through the oil?
Yeah, this is dirt running through the oil and not getting filtered or whatever. Here it is. So it's all scratched up. You know, we're gonna probably regrind the crank and put new bearings. After all, that's why the engine is here, getting an overhaul and look for more power at the same time. I have to admit that it started looking good from the outside, and now as we are tearing it down, I'm finding more things that are not clean, not original, and of course, it's been tampered with. So anyways, you know, it's here for an overhaul. So let's just take out a piston and see what it looks like from inside there, okay?
Sure.
Go ahead, put it there.
Put the hammer there for a moment.
All right.
Good. Let me get both.
There you
And
go.
where do you want me to bang
Right
exactly?
there.
Right there?
Right
Perfect.
there, yeah,
I thought
right there.
so.
Okay, go ahead.
Go gently?
Yeah, and hold the tool at the same time.
Like this?
Take your time. Go ahead, yeah, take your time. Go ahead. You're good, you're good. Oh, okay, wait a minute now. We have to turn the crank a bit, hold on. You're touching the block. The big wrench, here it is.
Yep.
All right, see what you gotta do now, watch this.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn down the, move away the crank so the rod could move away from the block. Watch this. You see what's happening?
Yep. Is that pressure?
See now? Now it's gonna come straight out. Give me a second.
And that hissing noise, that's pressure coming from the
That's
block?
compression
Yeah.
leaking through the rings because the cylinder head and the spark plugs and the valves are closed. That's why you're getting compression.
Ah.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, hit it. Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Perfect. Wow, I gotta admit that these are cast pistons. I believe they're cast pistons. They're brand new. They've been replaced. They're 30 over. And the 340s have forged connector rods. Nothing wrong with that. The only thing is, if we're gonna change the pistons, we're gonna go to forged pistons. You know, we're looking for performance. But these pistons look like just regular cast pistons. They don't look like they're forged at all. Not even hyperheated. It doesn't matter, they're free floating, like all 340 pistons are free floating. Is when you see a lock here, it's a free floating pin. Anyways, you know what? We're gonna have to tear it down and make some measurements. And I'll just put this down here for now. I just wanted to say, like, you know, we might have to go 40 oversized, but I like to put forged pistons since we're going to try to make over 350 horsepower. And of course, Brad wants to make good power and he wants a reliable engine. But I'm really not crazy about these pistons. They look like they're not what I want. I don't know what kind of quality pistons. See, you can see that they're very hollow here, right across. The only support is right above the pin here. So you know what? From my personal experience, I'm not crazy about these pistons. Now, are we gonna go 30 over? We're gonna go 40 over? I do not know. But anyways, in the meantime, I just wanted to show you guys the teardown, where we're going with this 340. And it's been tampered with. You know, like after all, the engine's over 50 years old. You know, a lot of people have gone through it. You got a purple shaft, camshaft, and so forth. So, and we noticed that the oil is gray. It's got some oil coming in somewhere. I don't know where. We're gonna look into it. But in the meantime, this is what we have. So we got a 340, matching number. It's 30 overboard. It's got a purple shaft. Our job is to tear it down, look for cracks in the cylinder to see where the water, if there's any that goes in there. Is it from the engine itself, from other sources? I do not know. We're gonna remove the oil pump, take it apart, take a look at it, take out the crank, make sure there's no scratches. Do we polish it? Do we go undersize? I don't know. But anyways, the cylinder, just to take a look at the cylinder, let's turn it over.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, hold this. I'm gonna turn the engine over, like so. Then you put the pin back, okay? You ready?
Sure.
Put the pin back. Okay, now bring the light. Let's take a look at the cylinder. Put a rag into the cylinder. Let's take a good look.
See from here?
Just for fun. That is the cylinder. There's no ridge.
Yeah.
So, you know, from what I could tell, this engine doesn't have much mileage. There's no cylinder wear. Bring the light on the top now, Nico. Let's see now. I want to see if there's any crosshatch. There we go. You can still have the, you see the crosshatch? You know when you bore out a block, when you bore out the cylinder?
Where is it, the crosshatch?
Right here, the scratches that they go like X's, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, there's no ridge at all on it. So what does it tell us? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check tomorrow. I'm gonna look at the, make sure that the cylinder is straight. I wanna see what the piston to wall clearance is. If it's too much clearance, for sure we're gonna go 40 overboard.
Yeah.
You know, if I knew this engine was fixed up like this with a purple shaft and these pistons, I should have put it on the dyno, make some testing. You know, I wish at the time, here we are staying after hours to take apart an engine, because during the daytime I got other jobs to do at the same time. But yes, I wish I had it on the dyno to do the before and after. But what can you do? Anyways, I noticed this engine did not make much power, I'm sure of that, especially with the piston when it's 45 below with a thick gasket.
Yeah.
Didn't have any compression. And then the compression ratio is 8.5 on this engine. But in the meantime, we're gonna bring it up to 10. We're gonna put another cam in it, the one I know what's gonna be. We're gonna do some bowl area work into the cylinder heads, do a multi-angle valve job, and then of course put it all together, and then put it on the dyno. And see if we can get the 350 plus horsepower. So Nico, I wanna give you a big thank you. I know I'm a hard teacher, so I wanna thank you for helping us out here tonight. And I just wanna say a thank you to all our viewers for staying with us here tonight. So watch us tear down this 340 that belongs to Brad.
I want to say, nah, Nick, you're not a hard teacher. You're the best teacher, and thank you for teaching me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I wish I could have more guys like you to help me out and plus learn on the new generation on these old American classic cars. And it is my pleasure to teach you and others like yourself in this field. And I want to thank all of viewers for watching. So if you guys want to see the progress on this engine that came from this car, that came all the way from Texas, subscribe to our channel and press the like button. And thanks for watching us here on Nick's Garage. Thank you.
Don't go away too soon. There's viewer mail coming up. And here's an update on the 340.
All right, here we are a few days later. We're on the 340 that belongs to Brad from Texas on his 72 Charger. And you know, he was looking forward to about 350 to 390 horsepower. But I forgot to look into something. I've taken out the heads on this 340 and it's a 1972. But I totally forgot that the intake valves on the 1972 340 is a 188 intake valve. But to make power, the power we're looking for, we need a 202 valve. So we're gonna do one thing. Either we're gonna enlarge it and put a 202 intake valve, or we're gonna get another set of cylinder heads. So whichever it is, we have to have no choice but to go with the 202 valve because we're looking for that horsepower 350 and above. You know, I just wanted to show you guys, we got started on it. We got a few pieces clean. We started to paint a few items. I gotta look into these pistons. They're kind of cast. I'm not so sure. It's 30 overbore. Am I going to a forged piston? I am not sure. But I'm gonna give a call to my client and we'll take it from there. But in the meantime, we have to go with the 202 intake valve, that is for sure.
Now you're up to date on the 340. Let's get up to date on Nick's mail and some things that came in just after the holidays.
So we're staying here late tonight. So I just got some mail that just came in. I don't want to open it up since I'm here. So let's start with Canada and see what we got from, and this one's from Doug from Ontario. Okay, Doug, let's see what you sent us. I see it says fragile, so we got to be careful. And this here is from Doug from Ontario. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, wow. First thing we do is read the letter. So here we go. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hi, Nick and team. Manny, George, Nico, Robert, and last but not least, Melissa. I really enjoy your weekly videos and I was thrilled to meet you at the Motorama last March. Keep up the good stuff, Nick. Peace, love, and muscle cars. Wow. Okay, that's cool, man. Check that out. And look at this. He's got a big TV in his garage and he's got Nick's Garage on it. Doug, thank you very much. And let's see what you sent us. Okay, here we go. Here's a picture of Doug sitting in my Challenger Kowalski at the Motorama. And I see he's got the Aurora Town flag. Got 61 flags to put up, and now I make it number 62 here. God, I gotta make room now. I don't know where I'm gonna put all these flags. I gotta make time. And you know, all these, I love to put all these flags up because after all, our viewers send them to us. Okay, thank you. Oh, Doug, beautiful, man. This is the town of Aurora, Ontario, Canada.
Nick, I always said if somebody's closing down their old dry cleaners, maybe we could buy one of those rotating racks and put all the flags on that.
That's a good point there, George. That is a good point. So I'm gonna get a black marker. I gotta mark Doug's name on it before I forget. So here we go. Doug, I'm gonna put your name on it in a minute. Let's see what else we got. Some more kicking horse coffee that we had tonight, but this one's smart ass. This is too much. So we got more coffee, and here's some more. Doug is all over our car here on the pictures. I see someone's been taking pictures of Doug and I with our my challenge at the Motorama. This is really nice. You know, like I told everybody, anybody consider my car, make this house at home, I don't mind one bit. My favorite snack every morning. Nestle's Quick with milk. Love it. Thank you. My God, how much do you have? Oh my God. Let's see what else you got. Chocolate. Here we go. More chocolate. This is a Christmas gift. I see it's wrapped up in the Christmas wrapping. Here we go. Cocoa, 70%. 85% cocoa. Milk. Wow, I got a lot of chocolate. You know what, Doug? I love chocolate. Got chocolate chip cookie. I love coffee. Nestle's Quick. And one more thing. What do we got here? Oh, this is too much. This is all. Doug, you're spoiling me, Doug. What's going on here? And this is our gang in Motorama last year. It was a great time we had in Toronto. I can never forget. And what do we got here? One more package to open up. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, wow. Check it out. Ouzo. I love it. This is my favorite liquor. Now I know why it says fragile on the box. Doug, thank you very much. And a Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. And the next package is from the USA.
Whoopsh.
And this winner came in this morning, so we got to open it as soon as possible. So this one's from Connecticut. So Joseph, let's see what you sent us. Open it as soon as possible. Okay. I see, I think maybe Customs opened that up or something. I'm not so sure. I see Scotch tape everywhere. Let's see what we got. Okay. Here we go. So Joseph, let's see what you got us. Okay, any letters? Here's the letter. To Nick, hello, how are you doing? I am sending you a batch of donuts and a bag of coffee. I hope you like it. You have a great YouTube channel. I have been watching it for the last couple of years. Tell George and Manny I say hi to them. I've been liking Mopars ever since I saw you. Have a happy new year. Your friend Joe from Stamford, Connecticut. P.S. My favorite color on the Mopar is blue. Also, you may have to microwave the donuts for 10 to 15 seconds. Joseph, I will, don't worry. So let's check out these donuts. Here we go. Here they are. Oh, wow. Cinnamon donuts, my favorite. Huh, what a fluke. Okay, let me check this out. Let me see what else is in here. Let me pull out this bag. Right here. Donuts Delight. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna heat them up. So you know what I'm gonna have for breakfast? Donuts tomorrow morning. And of course, he's also sent us a bag of coffee. And this is Donut Delight, 1991, Stanford, Norwalk. House blend. All right. We got more coffee. It looks like we got a lot of coffee for the whole year, so that's gonna be not an issue. Joe, just to let you know, this package, for one, I noticed a lot of Scotch tape on the box, and I know this was opened up at Customs. If you take a good look, the bag was cut open, they checked the coffee, and then they retaped it and put it back in the box and sent it to my shop. So, for protection, for Customs, or for whatever, it's been opened up, but I know it's good. So, Joseph, thank you very much, and we're gonna have your coffee and donuts tomorrow morning. Good. And our last mail is from Europe, from the United Kingdom. And here we go. Here we go. Let's open up. This is no name on a return. So that means I don't know where it's from. Okay. To Nick and all the crew at Indy Auto, the headquarters of the United Nations of Muscle Cars. Yeah, it sure is United Nations. With all these flags in my shop, they come from all over the world. Many thanks for another year of tales from the workshop. Have a wonderful festive season. Merry Christmas and a great 2023. Cheers and best wishes from Dorset County, England. Jason, thank you very much. I want you to have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you very much. All the way from the UK. I wanted to thank everybody. And I wanted to thank, of course, Joseph and Doug. I want to thank you guys. I stayed here late tonight because I want to do a couple of things. And of course, the mail came in. I wanted to open it up right away. And I just want to say a great thank you to everybody who watches us here on Nick's Garage. I want to thank you. Also, like I said earlier, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you for watching. And we'll see you next time. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.